This White Sox mini pod with my hero, the King, brought to you by Rate.com. Yeah, that's right. If you need a mortgage or if you just want to be healthy, go to my friends at Rate.com. Download the Rate app. Do it right now. But hey, White Sox, look at you, King. Back. First of all, the guy's back from Ireland looking fantastic. We are, just full disclosure here, as we're talking on this mini pod, the White Sox and Angels are tied up 5-5. But so we could say they're on a 3-game winning streak. They've won 4 of 5. They've equaled last year. They've passed last year's win total. They have passed last year's win total. 42 big ones, baby. So we're asking the question here, at 42-69, with all the games to play, baby, is this season already a White Sox success? King, you're the most optimistic White Sox fan, but you also want a lot in your life. Would you call this season a success at 42 wins? If they lose out, is it still a success because they've passed last year's total at the start of August?
You asked 2 questions there. You said if they lose out, is it a success? I would say no. But unequivocally,
if they stay on this pace.
Oh my God. The answer is hell yes. Hell yes is success. Now, it's relative because it's the worst record in the history of baseball.
Wasn't good,
but this year there are so many beautiful signs of improvement and promise in the future.
Yeah. So, by the way, if you do the math on this, 42-69, if you take that win percentage, which is not the greatest percentage in the history of baseball, but if you times it by 162, which I did on my handy dandy trusty King calculator getting ready for today. It's a 37.8%. That's your win percentage. 37.8, 37%, 38%, rounded up. The White Sox will win 61.236 games. Now, why
far exceeding the prediction.
Far exceeding, yes. But to get to what I labeled as a success just in the win column this year, don't lose 100. 61 would make you 61 and 101. 62 would make you 62 and 100. 63, and now that's my bar for the White Sox. They need to go 21 and 30 the rest of the way to get to 63 and 99. 21 and 30. All right. Now, King,
I promise you right now that they will get 63 wins.
Okay.
Unequivocally promise that they will get 63 wins. You heard it here first.
Yeah. Well, let me just do the math on it.
Just do the math.
21, as I love to do math on this, divided by 51 would be a 411 win percentage. So they'd have to play slightly better baseball. 3% better baseball than they've played to this point in the season to get there. So I would,
which they have been throughout the year.
Well, since the All-Star break, baby. I mean, you came out of the break, you won 4 in a row, 6 of your first 7, and now you've won another 3 in a row as we're recording this. I mean, listen, there's a lot to like of what's going on right now. I think Colson Montgomery's at the top of that list.
Totally. You know what I would say right now? Boom.
Boom?
Boom.
Boom?
You know what boom is?
No, I don't know what boom is.
It's an onomatopoeia.
It's a what?
It's an onomatopoeia. Do you know what an onomatopoeia is?
I don't know what an onomatopoeia is.
It's a word.
This is why they pay the big bucks?
It's a word that sounds like what you're describing. It's an explosion. Boom. It's an explosion of success after the All-Star break. It's an explosion of success of the young talent. We talked last time, is this a better rebuild than the previous one? The answer is unequivocally yes. Why? Mark, tell me why.
I don't think I can tell you why.
Yes, you can. I'll tell you why.
Okay, you tell me why.
Because there's more to it. There's a bigger foundation. There's 10 players versus 5 players. There's youth. And more is coming.
Well, okay. I mean, what year was the last time the White Sox went to the postseason? That would be 2021, right?
Yes.
Okay. On that team, just to remind you of who was on that team, you had the veteran stalwart Jose Abreu, who was still doing it. He had 30 bombs that year. You had a Tim Anderson who
not part of the rebuild. You can't put him as part of the rebuild.
Okay. Well,
can't do it.
Okay, let's put guys that you could put a part of that rebuild. Yohan Moncada.
Yeah, he's in the Angels right now. terrible as ever. But go ahead.
Yeah, but at that point in time, he was a 14-homer guy and had a pretty positive outlook on where his career was going to go. Same thing with Luis Robert at that point. Same thing with Andrew Vaughn at that point. Same thing with Eloy Jimenez at that point. You guys were in love with Nick Madrigal.
Eloy Jimenez could not play the field and could not stay healthy. The Cubs knew that. Everybody in baseball knew that.
Well,
but go ahead.
Okay, so you think that was fool's gold at the time, and right now you love a Chase Mydroth, right?
Yep.
And you're a fan of Colson Montgomery.
Yep.
And you like Kyle Teal.
Yep.
And so you think that so in general, you think this team is built for more. You think the foundation is being set for more long-term success than the original rebuild. That's your take?
I do, and here's why. As we talked before the show, these guys are grinders. These guys are not. They're not entitled. They are still working for their respect. Whereas the other, Moncada, top 5 player in baseball when he came to the White Sox. Eloy Jimenez, a huge prospect with the Cubs, didn't quite work out. You know, you look at Vaughn, first-round draft pick. These guys they're still playing Little League baseball. So they are still working their asses off for a win, and that's going to show up as the foundation of this team and the foundation of their success.
So it's a more of a gritty, grimy South Side White Sox.
And in 2005, what did we win by?
Amazing pitching at the right time and timely hitting. But yes, I hear what you're saying. That was a very South Side team.
Yeah. From small ball. Great pitching, small ball.
Well, you had. Okay, fair enough. I'm not. What did you just say, Steven?
Grinder rules.
Yeah, it's the grinder rules.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, let's just be slightly controversial on this White Sox mini pod. Maybe it's not even controversial, but are you willing to say, Mr. Diehard White Sox fan who sleeps in White Sox underwear and hangs out with Jerry Reinsdorf and Brooks Boyer and everybody else over there on a daily? Are you willing to say that Chris Getz is 3 times the general manager that Rick Hahn ever was? Will you go there at this point yet? Will you say that you have that much more confidence in Getz's vision and how he's building this team than what the White Sox had in Rick Hahn back in the day?
I will liken it to the team itself. At this point in Chris Getz's career, compared to Rick Hahn, he was not as good. Just like these players are not as good as that original rebuild. So you're in talent. However,
you like the potential it gets more?
I love the potential it gets more.
Okay.
I love them. So I'm at least consistent.
You're a Getz buyer. Okay, that's fine.
I'm a Getz buyer. I'm this team buyer.
Okay. Listen, I'm not here to push back on the red hot boom onomatopoeia, whatever you just said about the Sox second half here. I'll ask you this.
By the way, Brooks Boyer called me today and asked me what that word meant.
Yeah, and what does it mean again?
It means that the word sounds like what you're trying to describe. Like boom is an explosion.
Okay.
Moo is a cow.
Moo is a
Meow
cow.
is a cat. It sounds like what you're trying to describe.
Woof is a dog. Shout out Poppy the puppy, best dog ever.
Yes, exactly.
And a goose.
And goose.
Goose, of course. Goose is in there. Let me just ask you this along the Getz plan, and we can wrap up on this one. Are you?
I know where you're going.
Yeah, I think you do. Are you down with Chris Getz not taking whatever he possibly could have gotten for Luis Robert, who has played better as of late? You could have gotten something, not a whole lot, pennies on the dollar. Would you have do you agree with keeping him around and with the $37 million the White Sox are potentially still on the hook for with Luis?
Yeah, 1, that's not a lot of money.
That's fair. It's not.
2, they didn't get offered anything. They got a rental player offers.
Yeah,
and it was a guy that's inexpensive for 2 years.
Addition by subtraction, no.
Yeah, and 3, you want to be a bell at the winter meetings. If Robert does his job for the rest of the year and does it well, it becomes a brilliant move in the winter meetings. If he doesn't, it could be questioned.
Okay, I am going to tell you right now,
yes, sir,
that I'm not going to fully disagree with you because
woo.
Boom. Whatever.
Anapanawea.
But I am going to tell you also, if you think some big offer is coming for Luis Robert at the winter meetings, you are sorely mistaken. That ain't happening.
If he has a good, now, not second half, last third, and he is picking up, I disagree with you 100%.
Okay. Okay. Well, I hope I'm proven wrong. I hope they get a huge haul from. Yes, Steven?
I mean, you want to buy low and sell high, right?
So this would be selling. This would be selling low.
It would have been selling low. I mean, you look at the overall season. He's batting .219, terrible, not up to his standard at all. You know, we saw the previous MVP caliber seasons he could put together. Now instead you look at his last 30 games, and now he's batting .289 with a .364 on base. Go even smaller. Last 15 games, .370 batting average.
I miss Super Sean, but that's Super Steve right there.
That's right.
Last 15 games, .370 batting average with a .435 on base. If he could just continue, he doesn't even need to be .370, .360. If he's a .300 hitter the rest of the season.
That was for Hulk Hogan and his friend Ric Flair. Woo, baby. He's got it. Super Steve.
And all right, no more mentions of Hulk Hogan on this program. All right, and don't do that again. But I'm okay. Listen, all right. This was lovely. I hope you're right on Luis. I actually am hoping that they keep him and he'll be part of a winning team, because why not that? Why can't the White Sox have an offseason where they spend some money and the young players continue to come around and actually you shock the world next year and you make another jump, a 20-game jump next year, and now you're a 500 team, and then the White Sox are that much more interesting, and everybody's watching this show, and everybody is downloading the Rate app.
Yes, baby.
You like that, King?
I do. I like it. Boom.
Yeah. That's
Boom.
right. Let me tell you about the Rate app on the way app here. Pre-approved for a mortgage in minutes. I don't know how I got a house.
Mark got a house.
Somehow I did. I did it through the Rate app. You get a home equity loan, personal loan in 15 days. Best homeowners insurance, best auto insurance, all there. And how many free wellness videos are on there now?
Oh, about 1,200 now.
About 1,200. 1,200. So if you want to get in downward dog and get yourself the flexibility that you need, if you want to learn how to make a matcha, if you want to learn literally any healthy food.
Meditation.
If you want
soundscapes.
White Sox will be good next year.
Oh, for sure.
Meditation, breathing, exercise, stretching, all the tools. It's a one-stop shop. The Rate app. Download the Rate app today.
Download the Rate app today.
Go White Sox.
Go White Sox.